Hey there everybody, what's up? Yes, I am starting this episode this late, and there is a reason for that. Just don't expect a good one. The main reason is I overslept, and in this particular case, I seriously overslept, even by my standards. I think I woke up after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, after 2 p.m. It was actually a lot closer to 3. So yeah, I woke up at like 3 p.m. No idea why, but in the last couple of weeks, I have such bad time going to sleep. It's been happening for a while now, and there's no way around it. I go to sleep, I go to bed, and I just stay there for hours and hours. With my eyes closed, trying to fall asleep, and then just not sleeping. Again, hold on. Give me a second, I need to do something. Anyways, I have no idea why that's happening. It could be hundreds of explanations. Something that I ate, not tired enough, bed's not comfortable enough. I don't know. Could be 100 different things. Could just be, I don't know. I don't feel like going to sleep, or at the very least, my body doesn't feel the need for sleep. In any case, that's it. So I as I mentioned, I woke up at like 3, and then I had a bunch of things that I needed to do, and I was hoping to do these things pretty early today, but fortunately I didn't. And well, let's just see what happened, and that's the reason why I'm out here this late. Hopefully I can avoid that tomorrow. Hopefully, because I did, as soon as I woke up, I called my mom. I gave her a call and asked her if she could give me a call when she gets to her office at work every day now, to wake me up, obviously. And if that's what it's going to take to, get me to wake up early for well, not work, but just to get me out of bed relatively early, then so be it. I guess I can't really count on my alarm clocks anymore. And you know what the funny thing is? I've got 3 different alarm clocks. None of them work. I mean, obviously they do work. Otherwise I wouldn't have used them, but hold on. And yeah, I've got 3 different alarm clocks, all set several minutes apart from each other, and they just don't wake me up. I've got one on my phone that rings every 10 minutes. And I've got another one that rings every 5 minutes. And then I got one of those big alarm clocks that produces a ridiculously loud noise. And there's no way that thing's not waking me up. But for some reason, it just shakes me to my core. It wakes me up, and then I just fall back to sleep again. So yeah, maybe. And the real interesting part is that when someone gives me a call, when someone calls me, that wakes me up for good. again, maybe it's just a psychological thing. I don't know. No idea how these things work. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. And even if I was one, I wouldn't be the type of doctor that specializes in sleep matters. But what is happening here? But regardless, I don't know how these things work, and I don't plan on starting to learn that. In any case, I think I've wasted enough time talking about my sleeping situation. Hello! Time to get this episode started now. Unfortunately, just being as late as it is, it doesn't really give me a lot of time, to do some of the stuff that I wanted to do. And also, let's not forget the fact that there's nothing really special happening right now. Well, first of all, we're about an hour removed from when there are no more raids for today, which I'm fine with. I wasn't really planning on going on any raids today. Again, partly because I'm starting this late, but also I probably should save my raid passes for actual raid days. Now, I haven't had the biggest luck with raid hours lately, but I've managed to get into one or two raids here and there from time to time, and yeah, those were pretty great. I got a bunch of Genesects as a result. I think I have like 4 of them. Also, again, it's wind. I hate the wind, or at the very least, I hate it when the wind is blowing right when I'm trying to record a reasonable episode. But yeah, as I started to mention, it's a pretty late hour, and the chances of anything significant happening right now are ridiculously small. That's why I'm activating an incense. Now, I believe this rocket balloon here has, Sierra. Used to be one of the easiest leaders to take down. Now she's by far the hardest. Now, here's the thing. She uses a Lapras as her first Pokemon. Now, Lapras is ice and water type. Now, here's the interesting bit. She has 2 different types of Laprases. One that uses only ice-type moves, and one that only uses water-type moves. Now, here's where things get kind of interesting. You see, if she uses the ice-type, as you've noticed, I'm using a Alolan Executor as my first. Okay? Now, if she uses an ice type using Lapras, that's 4 times super effective on my Alolan Executor, because it's Dragon and Grass. 4 times weak to ice. However, if she uses water type moves, then it's 4 times resistant, because it's, again, Dragon and Grass. Resists water times 4. So, yeah. Here's the thing. I'm going to use Alolan Executor to start the battle and see what type of Lapras she's going to use. Here we go. There's the Lapras. And it's using ice type moves. I mean, look at it. She took out my Alolan Executor in 4 hits. That's crazy. So now, instead, I'm going to try to tackle her again. This time I'm going to switch out Alolan Executor for Milotic. Now, where is Milotic? Kind of wondering if I should use Milotic or Vaporeon. I don't know. Vaporeon has ridiculous HP, so maybe I should just use Vaporeon instead. But on the bright side, it resists ice. One of these days, I really want to put in a lot of work into my Aggron, because Aggron is rock and steel, 4 times resistant to ice, I believe. But, yeah. Obviously, it's not at the same level as any of my other Pokemon that resist ice. So I'm not... Yeah. Oh, no, hold on. There might be a chance here if she uses an attack. Now, as long as it's not Skull Bash, it's Skull Bash. Damn it. Skull Bash raises her defense, meaning she's now taking hits a lot stronger. On the bright side, I got rid of both of her shields, and now I can move on to Metagross. It resists ice. It also technically resists Skull Bash, but I'm not even gonna try to give her the chance to land a hit on my Metagross. Now, hopefully, Earthquake should do enough damage so we can move on to her next Pokemon. No! I can't let her take a hit. Okay, now. Hopefully I can take her down. Good. I didn't use Earthquake because I specifically wanted to save up Earthquake for Sharpedo. Even though Sharpedo is super effective on my Metagross, Earthquake takes it out with no problem. And now I can let Houndour take me out because I'm sending in the big gun, or rather the other big gun, which is Shiny Dose. Now I'm not gonna give her time to charge up her attack, so I'm just gonna use Twister and hopefully take her out. Yep. Again, as I've mentioned previously, Sierra used to be the easiest Pokemon, the easiest Team Go Rocket leader to battle, because she started the battle with a Beldum, which is a Steel type move, which is Steel type, weak to ground, fire, dark, ghost, all kinds of stuff. But the main kicker here is that it only had one attack, namely Takedown, which was not very effective on both Steel and Rock. So, yeah. Oh, it actually caught it on the first throw. That's nice. But, yeah, as I was saying, her Beldum was ridiculously easy to take down because it only knew one attack and it was a pretty weak one, so it didn't give me any problems. Maybe I should go to that gym over there. Put one of my Pokemon there. But yeah, ever since the last Go Fest, I believe, she changed up her roster, and now she's annoyingly tough. And you can't just beat her with conventional methods. You have to use strategy to battle her. I'm not necessarily upset. It just makes the battle more interesting, but it also makes it more frustrating as a byproduct of that. So, Basculin is a pretty rare Pokemon around these parts. Although ever since they stopped all the events, it's not. Funny thing is, I mean, Basculin wasn't really a big prominent part of the Unova Week events, so no idea why. Anyways, let's move on. What else? Oh yeah, here's the thing. I mentioned earlier that I've got nothing really special planned for for today's episode. So I decided to talk about something. Now, I have a Pokemon that I've been waiting to evolve, just didn't really get a chance to, and I figured since I'm evolving this Pokemon, maybe I should also do a little bit of explaining, because it's one of those Pokemon that has a lot of thought put into its design and concept. Just, you know, not a lot of people cared to think about it too much. So I'm going to talk about it, and hopefully this interests people in learning more about this Pokemon. Before we get to that, though, first of all, I can't believe I didn't do this on camera the last time, but hold on. As you can see, I still have this Sawaddle, and here's the interesting part. Well, never mind. I have enough candy to evolve it, so I'm going to evolve it. I already did kind of talk about Sawaddle and its evolutionary family in a previous episode, so no reason to talk about it now. But just wanted to get you guys to see my first ever, in this game that is, Sawaddle. I had a Leavanny, by the way, in one of my Unova playthroughs. It was really good, I remember. It was very useful to me. But this is my first Sawaddle in Pokemon Go. Now, moving on, let's switch up to the next Pokemon that I wanted to bring up. Remoraid. Now, as you can see, Remoraid is a fish. Alright, obviously it's a fish. It's a water type, and it's a fish. Now, if we evolve it, it evolves into Octillery. Now, what is so special about this Pokemon? You'll see in just a second. It's an octopus. A fish that evolves into an octopus. Why is that? Also, by the way, something pretty interesting. Octillery is one of those Pokemon that has visible gender differences. Primarily in the suction cups. As you can see, it's a female, and if you look closely at it, while it's flapping its tentacles, you'll notice that these little yellow orbs on her tentacles are relatively small. These are called suction cups, and for the males of this particular species, they're much bigger. I'm pretty sure it's the exact opposite in real life octopus, or rather octopi, but haven't had time to check that out. However, the point still stands. Why does a fish evolve into an octopus? Well, there's a very interesting explanation to that. Primarily in the fact that it's not just a fish. I mean, it is a fish, but it's not the only thing that this thing's based on, and Chansey. Chanseys are pretty rare. And they have this annoying habit of running away from you, so or at the very least in the main series games. I'm not really sure about this game. But in any case, so Remoraid is a fish. Alright? I wish I was a fish. Or an octopus. Sheesh. One of these days I gotta do a bio about Chansey and figure out why they're all, I suppose the question of why they're all females is pretty self-explanatory, but what is it? I mean, clearly it's a bird of some kind. What kind of bird? I mean, it has an egg in its little egg sac, but, you know, doesn't really tell us anything else beyond that. Regardless, oh, and that Magnemite ran away from me. Okay, I'm gonna shiny check this Murkrow. Not shiny. Okay, so back to Remoraid then. Whoops. Hold on. Why is Remoraid, which is a fish, evolves into Octillery, which is an octopus? Well, as I started to talk about, Remoraid is a fish, but it's not the only thing that it's based on. Another interesting thing that it's based on, other than just a fish, obviously, is that it's also a gun. Specifically a revolver. Now, if we go over here to the Pokédex, because I probably should have done this before evolving it, but why did I click on Charmander? Oh, it evolves into my favorite Pokemon, Charizard, but not a good explanation. Anyways, moving on. Let's go to Johto. I believe it's in the latter half of the Johto Pokédex. The good thing about the Johto Pokédex being 100 is that there's 50 and 50. Anyway, there's Remoraid. As you can see, it's a fish. It looks like a fish, flops like a fish, and it's a water type like a fish. It lives in water like a fish. However, as I started to mention, this thing is also a gun. Specifically a pistol. More specifically, a revolver. Now, if you look at it closely, you'll notice that its bottom hind fin is shaped like the handle of a gun. The top hind fin, I believe it's where you load the gun, and these little stripes on the back side of this fish, that's where the bullets go. The bottom fin right there, the bottom, I believe it's called a dorsal fin. The fin on its bottom half, that's right underneath its eye, I believe that's the trigger. And you also notice that it's got this little horn on the top. That's where you aim. And hold on, if I do this, when it opens its mouth, it kind of looks like the barrel of a gun. So that's how this thing looks like from the flip side. So yeah, this thing, while it is a fish, it looks like a fish, but it also looks like a revolver gun. However, why does this thing evolve into an octopus? Well, again, just like with Remoraid, it's an octopus, but it's also not just an octopus. It's also a turret. So I heard some people say tank, but it's also, oops, that's not what I was going to talk about. It's not just a octopus, it's a gun turret, a mounted turret, which is explained by its stupid thing, by its multitude of tentacles, as you can see here. Now, it uses its tentacles to sort of stick itself on the ground, and as you can see, its mouth is also kind of weirdly shaped, just like the barrel of a gun. So, yeah, it's a very military-inspired Pokemon. It's this thing is a revolver. This thing is a gun turret. So, yeah, now you know. Originally, as revealed by the leaked beta designs for all of the Gen 2 Pokemon, it was revealed that Remoraid and Octillery both had alternative designs, where Remoraid looked even more like a gun, and Octillery looked even more like a turret. I believe it even had a military helmet on it, which is also part of the final design of Octillery. That's the shape of the head. It's not exactly 100% doesn't really look like an actual octopus. Interestingly, this thing has a very interesting relationship with another Pokemon from Johto, Mantine, and it's in yes, it is pronounced Mantine, not Mantine, as some people believe. Mantine is actually one of the Pokemon that has the most amount of controversy when it comes to its name, because even the anime at some point pronounced it Mantine, especially noticeable in the third Pokemon movie, Spell of the Unknown. One of the main characters, Molly, actually pronounces it Mantine, but according to official Pokemon pronunciations, this thing is pronounced Mantine. It's a combination of Manta and Marine. Marine is a word for aquatic life, but it's also a military term used in the American military. And yeah, it stems from that word, Marine, not Manta. But also, why does this thing has so much connection to the military? Well, if you just look at this thing, first of all, it looks like a manta, but it has another thing attached to its design. It's also meant to look like a kite. There's Delibird again. What do you want? Yeah, this thing looks like a kite, as is easily evidenced by its tail, which doesn't really look like the tail of a manta ray. This thing is, and it also has some nice designs on its back. Again, very decorative, just like an actual kite. Now, in a lot of Mantine's official artwork, you'll see that it has a Remoraid tucked underneath its one of its fins. Those floppy things. Now, why is that? First of all, I'm not really sure I can show you guys Mantike, the pre-evolved form, but yeah, if you have a Mantike, the only way to evolve it into a Mantine is for it to level up if you have a Remoraid in your party. That's at least as far as the main series games work. So yeah, the only way to evolve a Mantike into a Mantine is by having... When is this virus going to be over? Is by having a Remoraid on your team while... sorry, backwards. The only way to evolve a Mantike into a Mantine is to have it level up while there's a Remoraid on your team. So that's a bit of knowledge. Now, why do these Pokemon have such a huge relationship? First of all, nature. These are types of fish that swim very closely to manta rays in real life, but the fish that Remoraid is based on. But also, once you have a Mantine and a Remoraid together, that's a kite with a gun underneath its wing. Does that imagery look a little familiar to you? Well, it should, because it's a jet fire plane. Sorry, a fighter jet. A fighter jet airplane. It's a plane, and it has multiple guns located underneath its wing. Again, it's all the gun connection, which also ties Mantine back to the military stuff. Manta Marine. It's a marine fighter. Again, it's a pretty loose connection, I will admit. Admittedly, some of the earlier designs of Pokemon weren't quite as well thought out as a lot of other Pokemon from more recent generations. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting fact to note. about these Pokemon. Oh boy, I'm pretty glad I got that off my chest and managed to talk about something which I hope was interesting for you guys, because that's pretty much the only thing I had to do today. Now, right now I'm at the point where I'm just waiting patiently for Niantic to do something interesting with Pokemon Go. I mean, we had a couple of really amazing weeks, starting with Go Fest, and then they had all these Ultra Unlock weeks and bonus stuff. But yeah, these are all over now, and pretty much I'd say back to normal, which is nothing, as a matter of fact. But yeah, I'm gonna be sitting here patiently. I mean, we're all waiting to see how and when Niantic is going to... Stupid Maramakuhita. We're all waiting patiently to see how and when Niantic is going to introduce Gen 6 into these games, which should be very interesting. Everyone's waiting to see exactly how Mega Evolutions are going to work in this game. From things that I've heard, and I don't know how official they are, but apparently they're going to have raids for Mega Stones, to acquire Mega Stones, and you can't raid for Pokemon that can Mega Evolve. The Pokemon that can Mega Evolve need to be... I don't really need a Meryl. But anyways, the Pokemon that can Mega Evolve need to be Pokemon that you yourself own. Pokemon that you have that can Mega Evolve. And there's a series of challenges that you need to do in order to Mega Evolve them. And you need to do raids for Mega Candy. Again, that's just stuff that I've heard. It's not 100% official yet, but you have to get Mega Candy, and you give the Mega Candy to your Pokemon to evolve them, to allow them to Mega Evolve. Personally, I really wouldn't mind if Pokemon that have achieved Best Buddy status with you can Mega Evolve, because I already have a bunch of them that I already have a bunch of Best Buddy status with a lot of Pokemon that have Mega Evolutions, namely Charizard, Altaria, Gyarados, Metagross, a bunch of other Pokemon. So, and I mean, getting Best Buddy status is well, it is a bit of a drag sometimes. It makes sense that it's going to be a way to Mega Evolve your Pokemon in this game. But again, we're all just waiting to see how Niantic is going to address this next stage of Pokemon Go. And, well, hopefully they do it soon, because I'm running out of topics to talk about during these episodes. Running out of excuses to actually keep recording these episodes. But yeah. So this was today's episode. Again, I'm still just shiny checking. I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I don't want this... damn it, that Abra ran away. I don't want the Remoraid and Octillery thing to be the only main thing in this episode. But if not, then so be it. I'm gonna keep walking. Probably should get Tobias to follow me around, and hopefully I can get it to a great buddy status tomorrow. But for now, this has been my episode so far. Why is the game so lagging all of a sudden? Okay, this field has been more trouble than it's worth. Haven't even landed a single Pokeball on it. Anyways, this was the episode today. I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. If I'm going to continue walking a little more, if I'll find another shiny, hopefully I will, then I'll keep that at the end of the episode. But if not, then I really enjoyed this episode today, sort of, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye for now. Hello again, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed this video, cause I really enjoyed making it. So, if you like what you've seen here, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe for more awesome content like this. So, until next time, guys, I'll see you guys next time.